no good freaking pizza.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, this is good. Bro.
What is this?
I don't know. If there's Labellas?
Bravo.
Mara?
Bravos?
Cool.
Bro, welcome to the Mother Trucking Corrupt Podcast. We have Dr. Sassone here,
Again.
and we got Mr. Yakov and Mr. Jacob.
And Mr. Jacob.
Mr. Jacob has some schmecks to say. Here, Dr. Jacob. Let's go. Tell us some wisdom.
Wisdom.
I don't know.
Does wisdom change through time?
Does wisdom change through time?
I feel like it does.
Idea
I don't know, man.
of a wisdom of a wise God. Could it change through time?
Maybe time changes wisdom.
Maybe over time you gain wisdom.
That is a true fact. You probably gain a lot of time to get a lot of wisdom.
You gain a lot of time from wisdom.
What does time equal to? Does time equal to weight?
Time
Time equals everything.
equals X. We're putting it in that formula.
Yeah.
Alright, so I've had this idea, and I don't really much of an idea, as more of a question.
Yeah, what's good?
Huh?
Yeah, tell me, what's good?
If you were to, like, how should I say it into words? You know how in the past they had, like, wells?
Yeah.
Like, for villages, they had wells? If you dig down nowadays, can you actually find that?
A well?
A well. I'm saying, can you find a water pocket?
I mean, yeah, you would. I mean, how did you find it?
That's so interesting. I've only thought about it now. And
You know what they said?
what?
That most water in the world
It's
is
underground?
underground.
Really?
Yeah, more than the oceans.
No way.
Yeah, that's what they say. The scientists.
Nice.
They or maybe they're.
They. It's just they. It's not
Yeah,
the scientists.
not
It's
the-
they.
the-
It's like this whole conspiracy.
Are they the same people that kidnapped my mother?
Are there some people that recharge the pigeons during coronavirus?
No.
Oh, that's a fact.
No, actually, they're wireless charging.
Wireless
The
chargers.
post, you know the wires? Do you go on it?
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard somebody do that.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Like, why can't they get electrified? It's because what really is happening is the electricity is going into them.
Yeah. Right up the butts.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, we might have mentioned this a few times in the podcast already, but the ducks in the park, they're free. The government just doesn't want you to know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. True.
What are you looking at, my dude?
I don't know.
So has anything happened to you guys this past week? Anything interesting? Did any of your friends commit suicide or something?
Yeah, actually, I had
Oh, didn't you say your friend died?
a friend who died.
Oh my god. Weed, right?
No, man, weed doesn't kill you.
What did you do then that killed him?
Weed doesn't kill you, man.
It just screws you up.
It doesn't screw you up. It just makes you high.
Exactly.
No, it says destroy your brain cells.
It could.
I guess eventually over time it's like
This will
smoking
kill you.
cigarettes so eventually
I'm
kill
not
you.
saying. I'm not saying you're healthier.
Without.
Smoking weed. You definitely are healthier not smoking weed. But it doesn't kill you.
I'd rather you
True.
smoke weed than snip crack. That's what I have to say.
Well, yeah. I think most people would. Unless you were like
A crack addict.
crack, yeah.
Actually, never mind. I want to snip crack.
What? Oh, what?
I want to snip crack.
Is there anything happening besides someone dying? Anything happening to you guys?
Danny,
What?
Dr. System,
Yes.
I think you're an F-boy. You're at least becoming one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are telling me that. But, you see, what is an F-boy? That's what I really don't understand. What's the idea of an F-boy? Or E-boy as they call it.
You.
Well, E-boy and F-boys are the same people.
But they're different.
They're different. Okay, E-boys could be in the category of F-boys. F-boys just go freaking around, going around with girls
Yeah,
and going around with girls, and they always
so
do
explain
this.
to me what an F-boy is, and then I'll explain to you what I am.
Let me say two, both e-boys and f-boys. F-boys, like I said, they hang out with girls. They always having with, always have these smack scenes with a bunch of women. It's all happening. All the things happening. E-boy is just a bunch of people showing off the jawlines or something in the internet. And it's really the persona they have as what songs they put on, and the song what they put on, and how they always act emotional or some shit like that.
Alright, fine. So then, give me an example of an e-boy.
Someone who's like, makes their hair nice, puts nice clothing on, and that's really an e-boy.
But do they act like a douchebag?
He dresses like a teenager.
No, they dress really weird.
So then, isn't that just a teenager?
Meaning like,
they have like striped sleeves.
yeah, you're trying to make your hair all flashy and all that.
You know, you guys ever saw e-boys clothes?
Earpods.
Ah.
Earpods.
Look what you have here right now. What's on your ear?
I have an AirPod in my ear.
Oh, tell me what about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Before I started to dress nice, I look like a schlump. I don't know. So I just decided to dress nice, put my hair out to style it. I guess maybe it is going to
Is this your ideal style, what you're wearing right now?
I don't know. I like it.
You like it?
Would you rather wear a suit all the time?
A suit? Probably not. That'd probably be uncomfortable.
Are you a polo guy?
I agree.
Danny, I think you're a polo guy. Are you a polo guy?
What's polo guy? You mean Chaim?
No, you like polos. Like, you like wearing polos.
I mean the golf shirts?
Polos, man.
I don't know. As long as it looks nice, I don't care what it is.
Right.
Really?
As long as I don't look like an old guy. Because I remember when let's go back like 2 years ago. I was always like dressing like a 40-year-old because I didn't know when to style myself. I literally just a giant baggy pants, giant shirts that was like stains. And then one day my cousin was just like, you gotta dress nice and you gotta make yourself look nice because you can't look like a chump all the time.
Who, your cousin?
David.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm saying like for the podcast.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I see what you mean, man. That sounds cool.
Yeah, so have you guys ever had that experience where like you dress?
Yeah, well, I think everyone that goes through that stage when they're young.
Yeah,
adult.
so right now I'm just trying to figure out what styles
At
work
least
best
most
for me.
people, yeah.
Well, when I think it's a good style for you, I think like a polo, you know what I'm saying? Like a good polo, nice pants, and then shoes. That's what I think. That's what I think would you wear. But yeah, if you like this, I'm fine. This is on like something over the notch stuff. I don't like that. Or stuff that's like just look weird.
I feel you.
You feel it? No, you had a feeling.
I'm not feeling you, my dude. Get
Feel
off
me. Feel me.
Yo, why don't you feel him, Danny?
Are you serious? Oh, there you go. Now you actually feel me. Now you feel me.
Alright. I felt you.
Oh, we're almost done with the sour sticks. You guys want the last two?
I don't really like sour sticks.
For lost. They made them more black.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Sure up.
Anything happening to you guys that was like extremely exciting this week?
Extremely exciting. Well, this podcast.
But anything else?
What? Yo. Game changing stuff.
Are you guys okay?
Tell them to go and suck my bowels, because this podcast goes for a half an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, can we we have to do different segments and put it together, but okay.
No,
Sure.
no, the podcast is just going, yeah, fine, my dude.
No, but here's the thing.
All people that have never done a
we're
podcast.
using a phone, and the recording could only go for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, are you sure?
Yeah, it literally says max 10 minutes.
Alright, so
F that. Well, let's test it. Let's test it. Let's see.
Well, we'll see. This is one of our first podcasts, so you guys stand with us.
No, first time using this recorder.
If it's weird or anything, or if we sound weird, we're starting off. This is our training ground.
No, 'cause we're just
Planning
weird
to do
people.
much with a podcast. Yeah, exactly. For any of you who have never done a podcast, the best way to have a podcast is just talk naturally. I guess it's harder for us to do it in the beginning, but we're gonna
Yeah, we're getting better at it.
we're getting better at it.
We're trying to get loose today, yeah.
Yeah, you don't like whatever. I'm just trying to have fun. Deal with the quarantine like everyone else.
Yeah, I think everyone should have a podcast, bro.
Yeah, it's
And
fun.
not all of them are going to be good, right? Some no one are going to listen to. But why a podcast? It's just freaking fun.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yo, mom.
Yamam, yamam, yamam.
Yo, I'm gay.
We don't say that, right?
Guys, I actually don't know. What's the name of the podcast?
Oh, I don't know, but I think it's called the Corrupt Podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't know yet? You already made a channel and everything. Putting it
No,
up.
doesn't matter if people listen to the podcast. Man. This
Alright.
is just for fun. Even if one person listens to it, I'm good with that.
If that one person's listening to us, you're a cool dude, by the way.
You're really cool, dude.
A cool dude.
We support you.
Yeah. Unless you're a girl, then we really support you.
No, if you're a
If
girl.
you're a girl, we
You know,
support you
I'm
more.
single. We could call the Fffffgg. Well,
The
I'm-
shop is going.
the song, dude. Imagine there's one person who's obsessed with us and just like the only person's listening to us.
Yeah, like iCarly situation.
Yeah, I guess like this one person is obsessed.
Remember that
with
episode of iCarly?
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, but like, do you have like,
Like
a
that
bigger,
one
bigger
fan,
audience?
that one fan.
No, we only have one fan who's just obsessed with us. I can't handle this. Things were just freaking hilarious.
Who are?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what?
Yo, look at this one.
That's nice.
That's one big chip.
Yeah,
This is a
big
butt
chip.
cheek, my dude.
thanks.
Is it-
That means you're a lucky man.
butt cheek?
That means this
Right
means you're a
here.
lucky man.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna say something. Kids, close your ears. Tits or ass?
I think we're gonna need to close the door for this one.
Alright, fine.
My children, I think it's time I bless you with some wisdom.
And that brings back
Ass
the other theory this time.
Eats tits every time.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
know
no.
you were that
Oh,
type.
wow.
I didn't know you were that type
Oh,
of
wow.
guy.
Oh, really? Wow, Kyle.
Yes,
Well, I think tits beats ass.
Yes, because you are young and immature. But when you come to the wisdom of mankind,
Ass cheeks.
ass always beats tits.
Alright, but
Interesting. We've just been
Mhm,
told
that's it.
wisdom.
I'm saying, if you're going for ass, why don't you just go for a black woman that has a big ass?
Well, it's more than just ass. It's also character.
Of the ass.
Only ass.
Ass is an ass at the end of the day, no matter
So
what
why
color.
does ass go before tits?
No.
It just does.
Alright,
It
fine.
depends on the woman. Once you have the woman, it's
Well,
ass
it's a
over
man.
tits.
Okay, if I am, there. I mean, whatever. There are
I'm
people
a
that
man
are just.
straight D, man. Straight D. Believe it or not, girls are pretty into men's ass.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've been complimented by my ass when I was just walking, the street by,
Hmm?
We might want to close the door on this one, as in
Let's close the
actually
door on
close
this
the
one.
door.
Yeah. The monster door. Yeah, this thing like dangerous.
Oh wow, that's really loud.
That's just my dick.
Oh, okay, you're just unzipping.
Oh yeah, okay.
Hmm?
So, got those soul first helps, man. Oh, there it is. Yo, guys.
Yeah.
Yo,
What do you guys do during quarantine?
I'm doing a lot of things. I started playing guitar. I
Oh,
need.
do you want to play some guitar?
I don't have a guitar man.
Yeah, is it? You want to go get it?
Too far.
Too far.
Yeah, too far.
Alright, fine. So the next break we have, I get to get it.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
basically, we're using a phone right now. We usually use a laptop, but the
Laptop.
phone can only record for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So we basically have to edit the video. Or
We're
the podcast.
recording, right?
yeah, yeah. We're just kind of news on this. We kind of new on this, boy.
We're weebs. I mean, we're noobs.
You know what the funny thing about this room is?
Mm.
All you need is one fart and we're all screwed.
That is true.
No.
Who's gonna pass the gas?
We all know.
Well, we
who's-
could all do it at the same time. That
Yeah.
would be no survival. That'd be like the Holocaust all over again.
Oh my god! Wow, you're crazy. Stop that. That's messed up.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yo, guys, what's your opinion on the Shabbos Goy? You think the Shabbos Goy is doing good for our community, or it's like destroying our community? I want to know.
No politics, please.
I don't know.
Alright. I want to ask you guys a question. Time.
Yeah.
This is a really big theory. Time and
Yeah.
space. Let's say you were to go back. Do you guys know about the butterfly effect?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. What is it about?
Basically, the butterfly effect means that
You
Let's
kill
say
a butterfly, you change the world.
in China flaps its wings once, and it caused the slightest bit of force in the air. That little force can travel and get bigger and bigger and bigger and build up throughout the entire world over time, over space, over time, just everything. And eventually, that one flap could become a tornado, or that one flap could be nothing. Because one small, tiny action of a butterfly could create a tsunami. That's what it means. That's what the
With time
butterfly
travel,
effect.
with time travel, you do one tiny thing.
Exactly. So time travel. Let's say you were
Something.
to step on dirt, right? And you stepped on that dirt, and that dirt had a fungus on it, and that fungus now is dead. And the animal that would have eaten that fungus can't eat it, and let's say it starves because of that. And that animal, since it starved, another animal can't eat it. And since that animal can't eat it, then eventually builds up. And eventually a human.
And then you end up not having a
that
wife.
was gonna eat that deer.
Starvation.
It
Owed this guy a certain amount of money.
Or let's say it would have made millions and millions of people in the world, right? Let's say that one guy. Let's say this early time, but it depends how far back you go.
That one guy was supposed to kill that deer and meet his wife and have a child who was Hitler.
Yeah, that could have happened too. But
And then instead of that, Hitler wasn't born, so World War II never happened. And in fact, something worse, even more worse than that. happened.
yeah.
And it was a whole effect.
So let's say you're going back in time, so like other than Chava, unless someone not Jewish is listening, but Adam and Eve.
Even Christians believe in that.
Adam and Eve, the first people on Earth. I don't know if you know about them, or if you believe in them. But let's say you were to go back in time, go there, and you were to kill an animal they were meant to eat, right?
Right.
Now, let's say they killed one of their children. One of their children was billions and billions of people. Which means that 1/3 of the entire nation could be dead. Or never even exist. Or the Black Plague could have never created. Or let's say they would have never made the advancement of stone. Or anything.
Right.
This is why we need Minecraft.
Yes, Minecraft. Obviously. What?
Maybe Minecraft wouldn't have ever been this.
So, I have a theory.
Yeah.
So the
That's
butterfly
why we need
effect...
Minecraft, so we don't do this stuff. Just play Minecraft.
So the butterfly effect works unless you were to use this theory. Let's say you were to go back in time and stay in time. You wouldn't go back to the future. Because then the butterfly effect can't kick in.
Well,
As in
your timeline,
it does, but it doesn't. Because what happens is you're going back to your timeline. But if you don't go back to your timeline and you live in that timeline, then the question is now, you are your timeline.
Danny,
Yeah.
okay, Danny, you bring someone, like, you have a family, some kid was just brought into the family. Now you have an extra person in the family. It's not as before anymore. Because you have another kid in your family. So it's just like just like that with timeline. With time, it doesn't change when you go back. It doesn't change when you go back. It changes once you do it.
Right. Coming to my theory. My theory is if you were to go back in time and you wouldn't go back to your time or you would change something, as long as you don't go back to your time, you are your timeline.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you change
Wait,
your
wait,
timeline.
wait, wait. You are your timeline, which means that anything you do doesn't affect your timeline, because what you do is you create a new timeline. Because since you are your own timeline, and so you go back to your timeline, nothing will change. In that world, because the world doesn't exist anymore, you are that world, that timeline, and anything you do now, you are basically creating a new world. So time travel is basically actually finding a new world and starting new.
Who said that? What if it's just one timeline? What if it's just one timeline? And you come in,
But now to make
change
it
it.
endless
You
loop.
want-
That's where the endless loop comes in.
You screamed at him for by me interrupting. Can I please talk? Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, this is one timeline. If you go back, it doesn't change anything. It change it, and I don't know. This is the affecting of the whole entire world. Like it's anything. You change something, you do something to it. Like I moved this thing over here, I moved it to over there. It's moved over there. It doesn't happen when I come back. Okay, time travel. It happens once you do it. It doesn't happen when you come back. You only see the effects. You only see the effects when you come back.
So that's why I said.
That's when you see the effects. But you don't see the effects. But you made it. You made it happen. You made it happen already. Sona doesn't understand our opinion.
Next segment. Okay, sorry.
Someone doesn't understand my
Gonna
opinion.
explain
What I said.
it. Explain it better.
And
Explain
explain
it,
better.
yeah. Try to
Oh,
be
listen.
clear on it.
He said that it only happens when you come back. What I'm saying,
Oh, the butterfly effect?
yeah, it happens when he comes back. I say you will only see the effects. You only realize it. But the thing changes once you do it.
Yeah, but that's
But
what
you
I
just
said.
Timeline? In which timeline?
No, I'm saying that if you, that's only if you go back, and you'll see that.
You're rewriting. What happens when you rewrite it? You don't make something. You don't
Exactly. No. So me and you,
You
me
take
and
out
you are
the
saying
old
the same
stuff.
thing. Me and you
You-
are saying the same thing.
No, you're saying that you're
saying
making a new
going back to
timeline.
the future.
You're saying taking a new, different timeline. I'm saying you're just you're erasing everything else and putting something new.
Yeah, that's a new timeline.
You said something. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
So
But-
do you agree with my theory that if you go back in time and you would not go back to your future, and even if you do go back to your future, what you basically did is the time you went to, you erased that time to your present. You erased it and you recreated it by your
Right.
actions.
Let's see. I'm
There's
saying.
there's no way to know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just
Because
saying.
we
we're
can
just-
actually go back in time.
we're just
This
throwing
is,
opinions.
this is just a theory, opinion. This is
You know,
a whole thing. It's,
In
it's
reality,
impossible.
a lot of stuff on paper looks very clear. But when it actually happens, it's completely bonkers. And it makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Because what's on paper isn't always what's reality.
Exactly. Because you could draw whatever.
God.
Yeah, that was very expensive.
Dude.
David, don't do that. You scared the hell out of us. We were not expecting that. Oh no, we're gonna get killed now. We
Alright,
finished
so-
all the pizza.
so
Oh, let's just-
whoever's the listeners, we're dying
You
now.
want chop?
I was just saying that it only changes once you do it. Because once you do it, you erase everything and rewrite everything else.
That's what I said.
I agree with the same thing.
So, do you agree with the theory?
I don't believe in any of these theories. I thought about this for a long time. The only way to know is tie a rope to a guy and throw him in a time machine.
We'll see.
Alright.
I actually heard they're testing. They're taking dogs and they're putting them back in time on time machines.
Oh yeah, but that was a time
Or you
machine.
want to make a time machine? Put your penis in that neighbor over there.
Which neighbor?
Any
Josh.
Any neighbor?
neighbor over 30.
All right.
Over why
That's
specifically?
the time
over
machine in there.
You're going back in time when you're doing that thing.
oh shoot.
Whenever I bang you, I go back in time.
Some Rick James stuff out there.
You know, one way to make a guy go back in time, and then 9-year-old start shooting a machine gun. Oh, he'll go back in time.
Yeah.
Anyone get the reference?
No.
Welcome to trauma.
You think it's possible to go back in time?
Is it?
Do I think it's
Wait,
possible?
you know what? I have a better
No.
question. You think it's easier to go back in time or to the future?
Future.
I think it's.
Because I've heard that before. The future is easier to go to, but I don't get that one. Though.
What do you
No.
don't get about it?
No. That's not
You're
true.
not going to the future.
No, that's impossible. Because what is going to the future?
No.
Living your life?
You're right. You're right. Future is easier.
No. It's the same thing because you can't do it
Hey,
regardless.
the future's about to
No,
be like in 2
I
seconds.
tell you
from
why.
now.
There's a study
Well, what
that
is- what
when
is
you're in
this?
space, you age. Time is different when you're
Oh.
in space.
Yeah.
So you age differently than what people
It's
are
not
going
time
through
is
the world.
different. It's not
So you
time
grow up-
is different. It's you age different. And the reason why time and aging is two different things is because your body ages differently due to gravitational levels.
No.
Yes. You should know this. There's a scientific study that if you are closer to water level, you age slower than if you were higher from water level. Because what happens then is you're closer to gravity, and there's a scientifically proven that your body ages slower when you are closer to. Farther from. Yeah. You age faster when you're closer to water level than if you were to. No. It's a whole other thing.
Bro, just tell us.
There are two theories.
There's
One-
only one way to solve
Listen,
this.
listen. Yeah,
I
this
have
guy
a way.
did a whole video. Where, if you are closer to water level, you age faster than if you were farther away from water level. So if you were in space and you had no gravity, your body would age much slower.
There's only one way to
And
solve
there's
this.
one other theory that if you are in water, because this is what they wanted to know. There was this vibration from this black hole that exploded like 10 million years ago or something.
Okay.
And they felt the shockwaves a few years ago. because there was this machine that was like a delicate laser that it can't move. It was like this scientific machine, and it moved point 0.0000000001 inches, and they wanted to know why it shook, because there was no way it could have shook unless it was unnatural. So they looked it up, and they saw that the whole Earth got a shockwave, tiny microscopic shockwave, because the portal, I mean not the portal, the black hole was billions and billions and billions and trillions of light years away, and they only felt it now. So what they had a theory from that this time moves slower if you're closer to water level than farther than water level, because they said that different parts of the lasers move differently.
Let's prove this.
Based off the water level.
Let's prove this. Let's compare people.
Interesting.
Let's prove this. Let's compare people.
No.
So they did
You
that.
wanna
They
know how
compared
to
people. They
You
compared
want to know
people.
how to do it? No. I'll tell
And
you
it
how.
worked.
There's only one way to know. You send a satellite as far as you can.
That's very good.
As
Yeah,
far
that's,
as you can.
that's Neptune.
Let's say we had
No,
a satellite.
right now it's at Jupiter.
Let's say we had a satellite at Jupiter. Let's just say. And we put everything that we needed. What are we going to need? We're going to need a metal rod and water. Okay? We're going to have a sensor that's going to sense the metal, how the metal rust, how fast the metal rusted. Okay? Alright? We're going to have the same exact thing, duplicate here. We're going to fill the water is going to be poured into the metal rod, and we're going to see
The reason why that
what
might not
rusts
work.
faster.
You
We're
know,
going to see what rusts faster. The one over there or the one over here.
that is a good idea. There's one problem with it. I think the air molecules would definitely affect that. As in, maybe if you don't have enough air, it won't rust as fast, or if you have too much air, it will rust faster. So what they gotta
I
do is
don't
they gotta find the right environment.
Yeah, so
As
maybe
in,
if we
they
put
could
it in
totally do that. They could totally do that.
No, we have to put it in a suction. You know, one of those machines that sucks.
Yeah, a vacuum closed.
Yeah, we have
too.
to have it vacuumed. A closed vacuum.
That would totally work.
Yeah, I guess.
If that actually works, then we might actually see can space make you age slower.
That's the only one way to figure that out.
I know gravity makes you age slower. Because what gravity does is it irritates, but it puts pressure on the cells, which makes it work faster. And how does the body age? It's proven in science that at the end of your DNA code that gets transported to your cells, like every cell has like a DNA code. I forgot what it was. David, you study cells, right?
Yeah, what's up?
You know how the nucleus sends like a signal, a
Yeah.
DNA. What's it called?
They send the RNA,
RNA.
the mRNA.
And yeah, they sell the mRNA.
They go to the ribosomes to create proteins.
Exactly. So, you know how they create. So that at the end of every mRNA, they have a few more segments of like DNA, right? And they notice that over the years, less and less of that DNA is being put into the RNA, and it basically the less and less over time, and then until you're out of it, then you die. Then your cells die, because then what it does is it affects the RNA, and it slowly loses that, and then you die because reasons. So they had a thing that if you're farther away from gravitational pull, it puts less stress on the cells, and it makes the cells last longer, which means that your body can last longer, not by a lot, maybe by a few hours or maybe even days or weeks, but it makes you age slower because of that.
Interesting.
Because it puts less what's it called? As in, like, let's you know how if you were to sleep for your whole life, you'd probably live longer. You know, like you could freeze someone and they would survive.
Right.
It's because then what happens is the cells aren't being used, which is that once they come back to they unfreeze it is being used,
but not at the same rate.
But not in the same rate.
Right.
So if you are higher from gravitational pull, your cells are being used less by like 0.0001 or whatever.
So you're saying that makes the difference?
Yeah. So if you're in space, that would actually work. That would make you.
Or maybe it's not the case. Maybe it does have a little bit to do with it, or maybe it's not the case.
Maybe.
You know?
Okay, well, I guess this is all the time we've had. Very interesting conversations, guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like this.
It is a lot
It
of
was awesome.
fun. We're
So
gonna be doing this.
We're
more.
experimenting right now. See what works
We're
for us.
experimenting.
So
See.
we catch that one thing, and we're gonna stick with it.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So I guess like, subscribe, JK. I don't really know if you guys want to subscribe. Like, I'm joking. I don't really care.
Whoever the hell
It's
is
not-
listening to
yeah.
it anyways.
Whoever is
Who
listening
listens
to
to
it,
this
if
stuff?
you're
Spread
dumb,
the name. Spread the word.
if you're dumb enough to listen to the podcast, you're dumb enough to like and subscribe. I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, I
subscribe.
completely agree with that.
You didn't even like subscribe. But maybe comment just so that we know you exist. Maybe.
Well, join the robots. You know what I'm saying?
Join
Yeah.
join the
Join the
robot.
Federation.
Join the
And
Federation.
if you
Be
are
careful
they,
with your
refrigerators,
then
they could
we
be
will run
robots.
away.
Yo, dude, if you're they, like, let's meet you. Like, come on our
No,
podcast.
you know-
It'll be
you know,
cool,
like,
man.
them.
Yo.
Yakov, you don't want to meet them.
Oh, right. Stay away from them. And,
They're the ones that are in control of Area 51.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Stay away from them and take care, and you've just been corrupt.